Hello, storytellers. Welcome back to Storytelling Tarot. Thank you so much for coming back. And if this is your first time, welcome. I'm so excited to have you. Now, I know that many of you may know or be familiar with the game Two Truths and a Lie, in which when you usually it's a party game, you play with a group of folks where you tell two truths and one lie about yourself or your life, and everyone has to guess which one is the lie. So I wanted to kind of play a version of that. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to do pick a card where I am going to pull cards for what are two truths about your life, about your situation, and what is one lie that you actually believe is actually not true. So I'm going to we're going to do our, this one wanted to come out. We're going to do this is going to be for pile one. We're going to do this together. All right. Let's see. Pile two and pile three. All right. So these will be the piles that you choose from. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3. We're going to look at what is true about you and what is not true. All right, so take a deep breath. Close your eyes if you need and decide which one is calling to you, chapter 1, chapter 2, or chapter 3. And before you go to your pile, I would love if you would subscribe to the channel so you never miss a single reading, and share this reading with someone else if you find this pretty cool and you want someone else to experience it too. Without further ado, let's get into chapter 1. All right, chapter ones, welcome to your reading. We're going to look at your two truths and a lie. Let's look first at the overall energy. We have the Eight of Cups. Ooh, okay. So it looks like y'all are trying to walk away from something, or you're wanting to move on to something else, move on to the next phase. Or maybe you're just like in a state of wanting to just give up. I am not sure. But we're going to look at your two truths and a lie. So, okay. So these came out. I'm going to take them. This will be, this is true. This is true. All right, Spirit, show me what is the lie? What's not true that my chapter ones believe? All right. So, what's true is, okay. So, this is what's true. What's true about your situation right now is you're feeling a little trapped. You're feeling backed in a corner right now, almost like you're having to defend yourself. So it seems like with this Eight of Cups, it's just talking about you wanting to move forward, but feeling like unafraid. You're feeling afraid. You're feeling like you're downing yourself, like you're not really. The Eight of Swords like has like almost like this, it feels like very insecure energy. Like this person is, kind of like shoulders in, kind of arms crossed and legs kind of like this whole demeanor is like, I'm not sure. I don't know what to do now. Which is kind of different from the Seven of Wands, where they are actually like, let's go, let's fight, let's do this. And so what it feels like is you wanting to move forward, but it's the onslaught of opinions and people saying, having their piece about what it is you're doing, what it is that you want to move forward and accomplish. And so there is, on one part, feeling insecure and feeling like, I don't know if this is actually the right thing to do. I don't know if if I'm actually equipped to move forward. And then dealing with the other energies of people who are trying to chime in and to almost distract you or discourage you from moving forward. So this is what's true. This is what's happening right now. I want to see what is actually not true that you think is. Let's see. We have the Lovers. The Lovers. Oh, okay. What is coming through as the lie? The Lovers is, it usually speaks about community and being in harmony. And Spirit is saying, like, there may be some things in you that wants other people to go. Like, you obviously have something that you're supposed to do, but Spirit is saying you're supposed to go it alone. And I know that that feels like that is part of what is might be making you feel like, oh, I'm not sure. Oh, I don't know. I don't, because like it feels like you've already been trying to go it alone. Like, you may not want to engage in the Seven of Wands energy where you're having to be defensive and almost like protective. But Spirit is saying like there are things and places and exploits and adventures that they have for you that are like uniquely yours. And so it's not for everybody. It's not for everyone. And there's a certain type, it feels like a certain type of initiation that has to happen for you. You are supposed to go on this path, and you're questioning it because you don't have consensus, because you don't have other people who are signing on, because you don't have other people's approval. And Spirit is saying like the lie is that you don't need their approval. You don't actually need it. You don't actually need their approval. I'm going to say it again. You do not need their approval. It's enough for you to get up because it doesn't feel aligned for you anymore. Look, bottom of the deck, you have the Hermit. The Hermit is all about going on your own. It's all about moving forward. It's all about moving away from the noise, the people, the crowd, so that you can find out, so that you can remember the source of light that comes from you, so that you can remember your own divinity, so that you can light your own path, so that you can find the secrets that have been held tightly for you to discover. All right, my chapter 1. So with that in mind, let's see what advice Spirit has for you as you move forward on this journey. This one's calling to me. Not, look at that. 9 of Cups. Spirit is saying, I know that the first step is the hardest step, but look, but as you keep going, 9 of Cups speaks about satisfaction, emotional satisfaction. There's a lot of emotion in this card. So this speaks about you being like happy though. You're going to be happy. You're going to feel like it feels difficult now, like the tension of the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Wands, like that feels just so ferocious. But the 9 of Cups, even though this person is standing by themselves, they have a place prepared for 8 other people. So you're not going to be on your own forever. The Hermit has to eventually come out of that solitude, but you have to be unafraid to venture into that solitude because it's going to serve a purpose. Look, death. What existed before will be no more. But Spirit is saying it's okay to venture because look at what's available to you. If you stare death in the face, if you allow yourself to make the first step of faith to say, okay, I'm going to say yes to this rebirth. And I know that it means that I'm leaving behind something. I know that it means that I might be leaving behind someone, some alliances. Spirit is saying, but oh, what you will find on the other side will be greater than what you leave behind. Let's get one more card of advice for my chapter 1's 2 of Swords. The crossroads. It's the crossroads. You're going to have a choice to make. Do you want to trust what's calling on the inside of you and make that step forward? Are you going to trust what you hear from your intuition? You have these 2 cards with folks blindfolded. You have these 2 cards with these folks blindfolded, meaning that you cannot trust your natural sight, meaning that you have to use your other senses. What are your spiritual abilities? What else can you intuit? What other messages can you receive? How do you determine which is the way to go? That is going to be key as you make the steps forward. So I want to know, as you make that step forward, what's the truth that you should hold on to? Let's see. That's the final word. What's that truth? This one is calling me. Woo! The Ace of Pentacles. Know that on your way forward, Spirit is giving you a new thing, a new seed of abundance, energy, resources, money. And when you have seeds, you can plant many things, and the fruit is going to be luscious and beautiful and expansive for you. All you have to do is take the first step. All right, my chapter ones. I hope that was helpful for you. If you enjoyed this reading, I would love if you would subscribe so you don't miss a single reading, and share this video with someone else who you think might need it. All right, my loves. We'll see you next time. Welcome, chapter twos, to your reading. This is your two truths and a lie. So let's look at your overall energy, which is going to be this card, and then we'll pull the rest of your cards together. Justice. Okay, Spirit is saying you it's time to get your attention. Is literally I'm hearing, may I have your attention please? With this Justice card, may I have your attention please? Yeah, it's really feeling like you just wanting the actual truth. You wanting to it feels like you want to know the real from the fake. And so this is probably why like you clicked on this video, because you saw two truths and a lie, and you're like, well, I'm about it. So nothing's gonna surprise me in this reading. I'm just gonna know, because I'm all about the truth. That's kind of funny to me, but let's see though. Let's see, what are the two truths? That one. What are the two truths in your life right now, my chapter twos? And then let's see, what's the lie? Oh, this one's sticking out to me. Okay. We're going to look at the two truths of your situation right now and the lie. I'll say, like, it feels like for you right now, my chapter twos, that y'all are in the valley of making an important decision right now. And so again, you have, I feel like, an affinity for truth, wanting to know exactly what it is and what it ain't. I think that is probably what attracted you to this video, but also I think that this is just you are wanting to make sure that the decisions you make, it feels like when, for you, decisions, you don't take them lightly. Like, you want to make sure that you are making informed decisions. And so let's see what we have. We have the Eight of Cups and the Tower. Okay, so this is the truth. Ooh, it really feels like your spirits are saying, like, you need to get out of the way. You need to get out of the way. Whatever it is, if you, Spirit is literally feeling like, I don't know if y'all know the story in Exodus, when the children of Israel were going to be, God was using Moses to deliver the children of Israel from slavery. And so God said, I am going to send a plague that is going to be the plague of all plagues. And this was, of course, you may remember, if not from the Bible, then you probably have seen the Prince of Egypt. But this is when God said, I want you to put blood over your doorposts, because I'm going to send the angel of death. And the angel of death is going to take away your firstborn. And this is your firstborn children and your firstborn of your herds, your flock, your animals. So, in other words, God was protecting the enslaved by saying, put this protection here, because what's coming, you can't change. But I want you to be protected. And so that is exactly the energy that this is feeling like. Spirit is saying, get out of the way, because what's coming cannot be changed. You can't change it. This is the truth. You are needing to move in a different direction. Get away from, and you see how with the Eight of Cups, there's like this spot missing. Like, they were in the midst of doing a thing. They were in the midst of working, and something was like, ooh, let me get out of here. So Spirit is saying, regardless of what it is that you've been working on, whatever it is you've been trying to build, something's not stable here, and it has to come to an end. And the end is going to be sudden. And so whatever it is that you're trying to fix, whatever it is that you're trying to get in front of, Spirit is saying, actually, the truth is, you need to move forward. You need to move on, because you cannot change, or you cannot prevent what is happening that needs to happen so that things can be rectified. Okay? So let's see. What is the lie? What is it that you believe that actually is not true? Woo! The devil reversed. All right. Let's talk about it. Because the devil, let's look at the devil upright. This is a person who is not who they appear to be. This is showing someone who's not, like, when you look at them, they're fine. Ain't nothing wrong with them. You know, they dashing, they got the clothes together. But the truth is, there's more than meets the eye. There is an energy here that wants to keep you bound up, that wants to keep you held down, that wants to keep you longer than you ever planned to be there. Hello, this is what Spirit is saying. You need to get out. Yours was in reverse. So when the devil is in reverse, it can't speak about us needing to get away from a situation or being removed from a situation, or rather us taking the steps forward. This is like liberation. So what you believe is that, oh yeah, I can get away from this anytime I want. I can break this habit anytime I want. I can free myself from this addiction anytime I want. I can walk away from this person anytime I want. Spirit is saying, actually, that is not the truth. The truth is, you need to remove yourself. You need to go ahead and walk away now, before the sudden change comes, because you think that there's liberation here. You think that you have a choice, but something in you is keeping you tied up right here in this situation. You think that you can move forward, but something in you still wants this. Something in you still desires this. Because, I mean, the devil card is fun. The devil card is sexy. The devil card offers pleasure and a good time. But like I said, you seem like someone who wants to make an informed decision. But sometimes, Spirit is saying, sometimes you can't wait for every single sign to line up. Sometimes you have to just trust our unction to move on. I think again about the children of Israel and how they could have asked a whole bunch of questions like, well, are you sure? Which animal are you with? Like, are we sure about this whole blood sacrifice? And maybe we should just call God's farce. Like, maybe this is not really going to happen. Sometimes you ain't got time for that. Sometimes you better go get the tools, you hear the warning, and put that blood over your doorpost and protect yourself. Spirit is saying, you think you can free yourself. You think you can do it on your own. But again, you seem like someone who wants to make the choice. What's true, what is, and what ain't. And so Spirit is saying, this is not it. This person, this job, this thing, this situation, this is not it. All right, let's see what advice Spirit has for you regarding this situation. What advice, Spirit, do you have for my chapter 2s regarding this whole situation? You got the 6 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's not this feels like, if this is a person for you, this seems like someone from your past, and it feels like you're not wanting to let them go. 6 of Cups in reverse is speaking about that it can be someone from your past coming into your life, or someone from your past leaving your life. But it feels like you not wanting it. The connection feels like I just want to hold on to you. Like, we feel like so tied to one another. And it doesn't have to be a person. It can be a job. It can be a situation. It feels like a person for some of you, but yeah. Yep. And you have the Knight of Swords. Ooh. Being irrational, rushing ahead. The Knight of Swords kind of has like that uh, uh, pardon my framing, but like that save a hole type person, like, or savior complex. I'll say it like that. Savior complex, where I just want to rush ahead. I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what you need. So I'm just going to help you. I'm going to stand I'm going to stand in the gap for you. Meanwhile, your spirits are saying, actually, it'd be wiser for you to stand back, stand down. But this energy here of like, no, like we've been together for a while. I've known this, I've been friends with this person for a long time. They mean well. I love them. They love me. And it feels like you're wanting to get in the way. But this card is a reverse. And this is saying like, no, actually, it would be wise to probably get out of the way. What else do you have to say, Spirit? Ooh, death. This is speaking about an ending. And so if you came to this video looking for clarity on what you should do about your situation, it really feels like it's time to move on. It feels like it's time to move on. And so if that's you and you're like, okay, Jeida, then how do I do that? How do I move on? Let's see what Spirit has to say. How do my chapter 2s move on, Spirit? Seven of Wands. How do they move on? And Five of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Wands speaks about being like in a place, like almost in a place of defense. It does speak about persevering. It speaks about there being a greater tomorrow. And then you have the Five of Pentacles, which feels like a card, like it feels like a very difficult card. But what I adore about the Five of Pentacles is even when there's difficulty, Spirit always sends us somebody else to go through it with us. And so I want to ask you, who's your support system? Like, yes, you may have had to defend yourself. You may be persevering and trying to find your peace in the midst of all of what is coming against you. Even if what is coming against you is this person, if it is a person for you, trying to talk you out of letting them go, saying things like, oh no, you're nothing without me, or I'm just gonna keep coming back, and we're meant to be. Spirit is saying that even if you have to move toward unknown tomorrows, know that there are tomorrows and that there are people who will journey with you. The Five of Pentacles is a tough spot, but it moves forward. There's movement in this card. There's momentum in this card. This is a transitional period. This is not your ending point. And so, Spirit, as my chapter 2s gather the courage and the strength to move forward, what's on the other side of the tower? What's on the other side of the tower, the change for my chapter 2s? We have, love it, the Four of Wands, celebration, happiness, love, good people, achievement, accomplishments. That's what's available to you. The Spirit is saying you have to get out of the way of the thing that's dead. Leave the thing that's dead so that you can find life everlasting. And this one. Princess of Wands in reverse. Princess of Wands in reverse. And so with this card in reverse, it is, make sure that you are not getting in the way. Again, it kind of reminds me a little bit of that Knight of Swords energy of like trying to save the day. I want you to be mindful. Actually, let's get a clarification before I say anything. Let's get a clarification on the Princess of Wands in reverse. Spirit, can you clarify this Princess of Wands for me, please? Let's see what card is calling to me. Oh, that one. Yeah. It's going to be so important for you, my chapter 2s, to rely on your strength and your knowing. There's a courage that you need. And so I know with the Princess of Wands in reverse, there is like this temptation to go against what you're feeling because like there's passion here, right? There's a lot of passion, but it feels like it may be misguided or uncontained. And so Spirit is saying on the other side of the tower is celebration. You're going to need to be grounded in your own inner courage and trust that to guide you forward. And so, last card, what can my chapter twos look forward to in this new tomorrow? This card is like, boop. Blessings, 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 my loves. The Wheel of Fortune spinning back around for you, coming back to the top for you. It's really giving when the tower crumbles and you move yourself out of the way, that for others, for the things that needed to be shaken up in your life, there will be like an aftershock. There will be evidence of that tower changing. And on top of that, Spirit is saying, yes, there will be a change. And yes, but the changes that are coming in for you are going to be positive for your growth, for your goodness, for your wellness. So as I said at the very beginning with the Justice card, Spirit is saying, may I have your attention, please? Changes are coming. We want you to get out of the way of the things that may be destructive so that you can get to the good stuff. All right, my chapter twos. I hope that was helpful for you. As always, I would love if you would subscribe to the channel if the reading resonated and share it with someone else if you think that they would benefit from these messages as well. Y'all have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. All right, my chapter threes, let's get into your reading. Let's see what are your two truths and a lie. And we're going to start with your overall energy. We have the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. So it feels like y'all have been withholding a little bit. Y'all been withholding some things. I don't know why it feels like some of y'all here in this group have like secrets. Like you're like, I know we're doing two truths and a lie, but it feels like some of y'all are like y'all have secrets. Like y'all are not trying to like give everybody everything. Y'all ain't really with that. That's what it really feels like. But we're going to get into it. Let's see. What are your two truths regarding your situation? Okay. Both of these? Okay. They both want to come out. These are your truths. And let's see. What is the lie? What's the thing that you think is true that actually is not true? Let's see. Spirit, what is the lie? All right. That one. All right, let's see. We have Six of Cups, Eight of Cups. Oh my gosh, these cards have been coming out for almost everybody. Okay. What is the truth? Oh my gosh, for my chapter threes, it feels like it feels like there's someone special in your life. It feels like this feels like a relationship. There's someone special for some of y'all, someone special in your life that you like feel really good about. Like the love is good. And it could be like a friendship. It doesn't have to necessarily be a romantic love, but it feels like there's a really good relationship in your life and you are nervous about entering, like fully like tapping all the way in, fully going there. And like it feels like you are like, even though like this is coming from like what's true is that there's a lot of love around you. What's also true is that it feels like you're walking away from it, but it feels like there's fear because of the Four of Pentacles. Like you are withholding. Like I said, it feels like you're holding a secret. Like you're afraid of going there in this relationship. And and also it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be a job. Like there could be like something that you're really, really wanting. Like the Six of Cups, there's such desire and like childlike, like joy that's in this card. And like, I love that like this little one is like giving this other little one like, oh, do you want these flowers? Do you want this beautiful thing that I have to give you? And like, do you see how this baby is like reaching for it? Like, yes, I want it. And at the same time, it's like you're walking away from it. But it feels like there's been something that has happened that has you like afraid to go for it. So let's see, what's the lie that you're believing? What do you think is true that's not actually true? Ooh, the Chariot. You know what I just heard? It feels like you believe like what you want doesn't want you back. What you want doesn't want you back. It feels like you feel like what I want is difficult and hard, and it's not going to be like easy to pin down or to attain. And so I'm just not going to go for it. I'm just not going to go for it. I'm just going to sit here. I'm not going to play. I'm going to take my balls home. I'm going to hold everything that I got, my money, my resources, my time. I'm just not going to give into it because I cannot risk going after something and it not working out. Oh, wow. Yeah, let me clarify. I want to know more about what else, because I feel like there's more. Like, what else do my chapter threes think is true that's actually not? The King of Pentacles. Okay, so for some of y'all, like Spirit is saying, like some of y'all are actually, it feels like some of you are giving too much. Or rather, some of you are giving so much, offering so much to the world, and you feel like you have to, as like a way to prove worth, to make yourself feel important, to feel like the king. And so Spirit is saying like, no, for you all, for that particular group, it's okay for you to withhold. It's okay for you to keep some things for yourself. For some of you, this feels like, for some of you, some of the lies is, if I have a lot of money, if I have a lot of status, then that will make me more attractive, then that will make me more worthy. And Spirit is saying, that's a lie. That's not true. If I have the best ride, and if I have the most money, then that will make me more desirable. But until then, I'm just going to walk away from what feels good and what feels right, because my money ain't right. Because I don't have the job or the career or the degree or those things. So I'm just going to sit here, sit tight, and just wait on all those things, all those ducks to get in a row. And Spirit is like, that's actually not the truth. So Spirit, what messages, what encouragement can you give my chapter threes? That one. Both of these? Top one? Okay. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Spirit is saying loving on you is key right now. Loving on you is key right now. Loving yourself, knowing yourself, and also allowing love to overtake you, allowing others to love you. Allowing others to love you. Allowing your spirits, your ancestors to love on you. To remind you of who you are. And they're saying that you're actually successful, that you actually have a lot going for you. You've just been hurt. You've been hurt. You've been through a lot. You've had a lot of disappointments. You do feel like you by yourself, like you do a lot of things on your own, and you have done them on your own for a long time. And so nobody else is coming for you. And so I feel like when it comes to it, for those of you where this is regarding a relationship, it feels like I'm not used to having somebody love me for me. I'm not used to having someone love me with all of my stuff. I'm not used to having someone just accept me. And so it's easier for me to walk away than to be disappointed. I don't want to disappoint this person. I don't want to disappoint or get my hopes up, because I've been disappointed in the past. And for those of you who it's about money and it's about like accolades and success, Spirit is saying for you all, you are actually closer to your dreams than you know. You just don't give yourself enough credit. And it may be because other people have in your life have not given you the credit. But know this, you are successful. And you determine what success is, not other people, not celebrities, not what we see on social media. You determine it. What does success look like for you? Consider that and then stand in that. Let's see, what other advice do we have for my chapter 3s? I'm sorry, I started humming. Let's see. The love that you, the truth is, the love that you desire, the prosperity and success that you desire, not only desires you back, but is all around you. It is nearer than you know. The Ten of Pentacles speaks about that support. It speaks about that prosperity. It speaks about that success, that longevity. When it comes to relationships, that means that the love that's promised here in the Six of Cups, it not only builds when you lean into it, when you invest into it, it becomes something that lasts for a long time, that has many fruits that many people can eat from. And then for those of you who are concerned about jobs and money, Spirit is saying, look at your outcome. Look at what's available to you. Not only do you have good people around you, but you can see how prosperous you are. I told you, you're closer than you know. Bottom of the deck, the Magician. You have to trust what you can finesse. You have to trust that there's so much you can do with the raw materials that your one Ace of Pentacles will soon turn to 10. You have the power to change it. You just have to unlock it. But as long as you are withholding yourself and keeping yourself from love, from the world, and from your own self-adoration, you're blocking out. You see how they're covering that heart chakra? That heart space is blocked. So they're not able to give love or receive it the way that they deserve. But the Ace of Cups is here to say, oh, but look, let me just wash it away. Let me wash it away so that you can welcome in good love. Good love that lasts. And that, my chapter 3s, is the truth. All right, my loves. Thank y'all so much for coming into this reading. I hope that you heard something that was beneficial to you, that is helpful. As always, I would love if you would subscribe to the channel so that you can continue to receive messages like these. And if this message resonated, then consider sending it to a friend. All right, my loves. I will see y'all next time.